Hey everybody, we have returned. What we want to do this video is I think we want to finish up the yellow science that we started. We'll have to get the materials that need to go into that so we can start cooking yellow science. Um, I did a little bit of cleanup off camera and whatnot. One of the things I did, as you can see, we're really pulling a lot of coal right now. And the reason for that is I went ahead and I turned these power plants back on. And I did that for a reason. There's a spot over here where our coal is almost played out. And I want to clear this area out. I have plans for this area. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start manufacturing our inserters in this area. So I'd like to go ahead and clean out all of these resources. There's no sense wasting them. Get them out of there, get them going, and then we're going to move in there and start building all of our other inserters there. We're going to set up a factory area or an assembler area, whatever you want to call it, for nothing but inserters and the various types so that we've got all of them on hand. But what I want to do before I do that, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping, if you will. As you can see, I'm pulling a lot of steel plate right now. I increased the number of lasers that I'm making, which has really pulled away from it. But we've also got our production for our electric furnaces up here for our science that's pulling off of it. So I want to add a bit more steel plate construction or forging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this area that's right here, right close to it. It's convenient to our iron plates. It's convenient to our input for our steel. And we're going to go ahead and take this spot and we're going to put in a row of a row of furnaces for that. Let's move this pole out of our way for now. Come on, pick it up. There we go. All right. So yeah, there's a convoluted mess for you. All right, there we go. All right, so we're just going to throw down our furnaces. We've got 8. I'm going to try and fit as many in here as I can. Let's see. We're going to want to. You know what? First, let's do this. Let's figure out where we're going to run our lines. So we've got our iron down here. Can we put 2 rows? You know what? We don't need that right now. We don't need that right now. Get that stuff out of our way. There we go. All right. So now where were we? Okay. So we could potentially put inserter 1, inserter. We could maybe fit 2 rows in here if we do this right. At least down this part. We can't do it over here where the copper's at. Suppose we could. We could move this line up 1 or something like that, or move this down over here. So we could if we want it. We could definitely double the size of our steel, and we come out here with the steel and just hook into here somewhere. Bring our iron up this way and over. So yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Let's see how far. Because that's gonna go under there. That's gonna, yeah. We can go right there and space these all the way across. We're going to have to go get some more electric furnaces. That's going to be nice. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's see if we can steal some off of this line. See if any come by. Just want the one more for now, just to get our spacing right. grab one more for the other corner. There we go. All right. That way we get our spacing right, and what have you. So that we can put there, and that's going to put that there. So like I say, if we move this down and over, I think that will allow us to have the room to do it. We'll move this splitter over to here. We'll move all of this over. Yeah, I think this is going to work. I like this idea. So, all right, there's that. We need that. We need a fast underground belt. It's weird. Sometimes I get singles, and I'm scratching my head trying to figure out, because they go in pairs, and I was like, how in the world? And then I realized what was happening. When I go down here and I pull from this chest, I don't want a whole pile of 50 sometimes. What I'll do is I'll take half. Well, that's an odd number. So now I've got it paired again. But I was trying to figure out where in the world I was losing an underground from, and it turns out I really wasn't. I was just not paying attention, I guess if you will. Anyway, a little tidbit of trivia there for you. Thought you might find that of interest. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. All right, so put that in there. Splitter here. Wow, look how fast that copper's going. So we're gonna have to get that, get it going, get it back replaced. So there's there to there. We gotta get rid of those yellow ones. When I started doing some housekeeping and cleaning up, I noticed that I had not changed some of the belts in the copper over to red belts. So that's why that's the way it is. Alright, so that wants to go in there. If we go there, you know what? Let's bring this down one more, and let's go. No, we are going to have to come through here. Alright, well, fine. Get this one out of our way. So that goes in there, out there. That way. There we go. Then we can pick this belt up and get it out of our way. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. It's out of the way. So now we can bring that all the way across in there. Ew. I just realized something. We need 2 more spaces, because we need spaces for the belts and the inserters, not just the inserters, dumbass. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? Well, for this side it's easy. We can just bring this up and over a bit, I think. We got 1, 2 spaces here. If we move that over, nah, because then we gotta, Alright, what if we did this? What if, get rid of this pole. Alright, get rid of this. Sit that sucker all the way up there. Oops, I put that one in the wrong way, didn't I? Gazinta Gazata. It's a little hard to see on those sometimes, which is the right direction. There we go. Okay, so there's that. That gives us 2 if we push this one up. Okay. So we'll make this one go underground. To there. And then we can get rid of this. And we can make this go up here. Come on. And here and here. Get rid of that, get rid of that. There we go. Now we got our snake going. Alright, so there's that. So now let's see what we can do here. Because we need a line and an inserter, right? And we can push that all the way over there. Yep. And then we need inserter, line. It still ain't gonna work. Inserter, line, inserter, line, insert. Maybe we're not going to be able to fit 2 rows up there. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, more than one way to skin a cat, right guys? So what if we did this? We did line, inserter, inserter, line, inserter, inserter, line, inserter, inserter, line, inserter. Right? So then we ran oops. Almost did it to myself again. Oops. That we can have. We can have that. Right? There we go. So that goes to that one. Any increase is going to be an increase. So, you know, we'll yeah. There we go. Right? So that's there. That's there. Come on, get off the belt. That's there. Get that pole out of the way. Get that pole out of the way. Apparently that was the only reason that pole was there, was to power this area. So there's that, right? That gives us our gazintas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It gives us 12 total, right? And then we want to come out of them suckers. 1, 2, 3, right? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so there's our outs. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. What? What? Oh, okay. Ah! Damn it. Man. Okay. No problem. Fine. Right? Thought I couldn't do it, didn't you? That's the interesting thing about this game is figuring out how to do this stuff. That's what's fun. I think so anyway. How to squeeze in and squeeze the most out of what you got, right? So then this comes over to here. Get off the belt. Get off the belt. Get off the belt. Thank you. Right? Right. And then what if we did... Oh, heck, we could just bring it into that one. Duh. Right? How's that look? So that's going to come out of there, into there, and up to there. Okay. That's going to give us all of that. That's going to give us all of that. Now we just need to run our iron up here, don't we? Okay. Okay, okay. So... get that out of our way. And then back one. Come on, back up one. There we go. There and there. And then that should feed all of them. Yes, and then that's going to feed all of them. Alrighty, we are in business. Ain't that pretty? So now we just got to give it some power. I got the power. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. I'm losing my mind. I know. I'm nuts. Not going to power these last ones up till I get 2 more furnaces. Let me go up here and grab them real quick. Come back here. There's one. Come on, babies. Give me another one. Apparently now we're waiting on brick. Do I have any brick on me? I don't have any brick on me. There comes one. Alright, there we go. Now we'll have to address this brick issue. See what's holding us up on the brick issue here. But first, let's one issue at a time, guys. One issue at a time. Alrighty. Can I get all 3 of them with one? Yes, I can. There we go. That'll save on that. So now let's look at this brick issue and see what we got going here. Why are we not? Alright, we got that one pumping out bricks to there. That's the only one pumping bricks to there, though, isn't it? This one is not. This one is taking bricks and putting them over here to go to that concrete production there, which we no longer need because we have that big-ass plant. So, let's get rid of... you know what? Yeah. Of course we can. Let's go over here, make ourselves some room. Don't need those right now, don't need that right now. We're gonna need those in a second, though. Let's keep those. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this. Don't need these, don't need these. Don't need those. Don't need the yellows. Alright, that should help us out there. The one other thing we are going to want, unfortunately, is one more furnace. Come on. Give me a furnace. There it goes. It's building one now. Solid. Should pop out here in a second. There it comes. Give me that furnace. I gotta stop walking on the belts. Alright. And let's not do that again. Alright. At least it wasn't a grenade. You know. So, it is what it is. Ain't the first time. Ain't gonna be the last time. Alright, so. Let's put that down there. Put that there. Put that there. There we go. Now we got 2 of them making bricks. We can get rid of this. Because we do not need that anymore. I mean, yes, it's going to starve that, but we can make arrangements for that in a second. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, so that's going to be there, that's going to be there, that gives us 2 bricks going up into there. That'll get us going back again here. And there we go, look at that. We're producing a fair amount of steel plate now, which is good. Alright, so that was our housekeeping for the day. Let's go over here and create the 2 items that we are not making so far for our yellow science, our piss in a bottle. So what we need is blue circuits, and we need speed module 1s. Now, blue circuits require red and green, and they require sulfuric acid. Speed modules just require red and green. So what I was looking at is we have red and green coming in down here, although I am going to have to majorly increase my green production at some point. I'm only getting the one factory of it, so that's going to have to get increased at some point, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But anyway, so there's our red and our green, and up here we have a line of sulfuric acid that is going across to mine uranium, so we can bring that down. So if we put our blue circuits on top and we put our speed modules on the bottom, we should be good to go. And I know we're going to need speed modules down the road, so we might as well put in a full factory for them. And as you can see, I went ahead and made a schematic with the red belts and the blue inserters so that we can go ahead and take advantage of that. Now, the other thing I was looking at is, where do I want to run this input line and this output line? And my thought process is this. We're starting to get kind of bogged up here. We got a lot of stuff going. I ran another line up here and over already for the engines and the assembly one, or the electric engines and the assembly one. So why not have another one come up that way, is my thought process. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to sit this one down here. Give ourselves a little bit of room. There's no sense. We got plenty of room. God knows we got plenty of room. So plop that down. Let the robots do their thing. Make sure we're not standing in their way. Hopefully we've got everything we need. We'll see if we do or we don't. And what we'll just do is we'll change this input and bring it over here closer to the red. We'll bring the red up and across and in, and that'll have us for our speed modules. Right, is that everything? Looks like everything is there. So we know what this is going to be. This is going to be our speed modules. And speed modules only require two inputs, the red and the green. So we're using our two input schematic. We'll just go ahead and get these changed over. Whoops. Changed over. I'm not going to hook them up yet. I just want to get them placed here and go from there. Now, here's where our problem comes in. Our blue circuits also require red and green, so they only require two inputs. But they also require sulfuric acid. So I have to figure out a way to put sulfuric acid in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down a schematic. I'm going to let the robots build the schematic, and then we're going to look at it and see what we can do to change this so that it works. And I think I know what I'm going to do. If I bring the sulfuric acid down between them, right, and I turn them so that the inputs face each other, I can bring pipes down these middle here. I can't really bring it this way because we've already got the belts, but I can certainly bring it this way and hook these in. We may have to move some poles around, but I think I can make this work. We'll see. So that is blue circuits, right? So now let's set these all up for blue circuits, and then we'll see if my thought process is correct. We're gonna have to go pick up some more inserters, obviously. which is why my next project is to build an inserter assembly plant. We're going to have to pick up some more splitters, etc. All right, but in the meantime, let's take out these poles. You know what? Go get my poles. Go do my bidding, my pretties. Take out the light as well. It's starting to get daytime, so the lights, not having the lights is not going to kill us. I try to have the lights for you guys, as well as myself. But what I might do, now that we have the suit, we may just get night vision, and then that'll be a little better. All right, so let's see. If this is what I was thinking, is if I turn that like that, right? The question becomes, can we, and I think we can do this. I wish they had a Gazinta and a Gazata, because then you could turn around and do like you do with the mining drills for the uranium, is you can just connect them all together. But this will work, I think. I think this is going to work for us, I think. It's all of them. And this is the odd man out, but that's okay. Right? So then, come on, get on the other side of the pipe. The only thing is, it's going to limit us being able to run through here. But, you know, how much have I been running through the other factories? Not really much. So I think we're okay. So it looks like, now it looks to me like that's going to work. All we got to do is power stuff. And of course, fill in what we need to get filled in. So I like to think that we have come up with a solution. Yes? And I hope that this solution will work. Come on. There we go. Okay, fine. We'll have to do some overlap, I guess. This ain't gonna be pretty. Oh well. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. As long as everything's powered, I am not gonna lose sleep over it. You know, we've already got quite an interesting convoluted mess in other areas in that regard. It's not gonna kill us. Woot woot, there we go. And it looks like everything's got power, everything's got, yeah. So, all we need to do is to move some things around. We'll take this one up here and let these guys go up here and replace these two splitters that are up here. Or place these two splitters, or at least place one of them. Did I only pick up one? I guess I only picked up one. Oh, the other one was a ghost. Okay, so there we go. So there's that. Luckily, we're on this end. We can go down here and get some splitters. You know what we might as well do is we might as well pick up a full pile of these and a full pile of these. To hell with these half piles. It's not like it's taking up any more space. Alright. How much do we got that? We got pipe. Sweet! Not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Get rid of that. Shorten this up. Alright, so this splits here. That goes up there. That goes up there. Those are our two gazintas. Right? There's our two gazintas. And here's our gazintas here. Right? Is that how I... Oh, went one more down. Alright. So I don't know that I'm going to make a schematic for this. If I decide later that I need a schematic for this one with the fluid input, I imagine I can come over to... What are you replacing? Oh, see, I thought... Oh, that's right, because I went and picked a bunch of them up. I'm a little slow sometimes. Alright, so now we need red and green circuits to come up here. Now here's the question. Do we bring an entire line of each up and then combine it up here, or do we just combine it down here? I don't really think it matters either way. It's kind of the same deal. So let's see where we need to go up at. We need to go up somewhere around here. Right? Right. So if we go here, okay, right? Actually, you know what? Let's take advantage, since we're going to use it anyway. Let's do that. One less belt. All right, so we need to come onto this line there and there, right? And half of it needs to be green and half of it needs to be red. Oops, that red's going the other direction, so we want to go here. There we go. Right, right. So then there, and there. Bada bing, bada boom. Splitter. Not splitter. Right? Right. So all we need on this one is we need to go get some more inserters and we need to hook up our piping. So let's go ahead and hook up our piping. We'll come off this side, I guess. Boom. So now we're hooked in. Right? Right. Now, are we got anywhere we're actually producing? No, of course not, because we're missing inserters on all of those. All right, well, let's go grab ourselves some inserters. We're out of blue inserters, so we just need to go grab some more. That's easy enough to do. We have a little plant making some already anyway. We'll grab some of these to replace those, to replace the ones that are in there in the supply case or the chest or whatever. Alright, we'll just throw them in there for now. Oh, we're going to need some green. We got some green. Not a lot, but enough to start, get it started. We're going to have to grab some green real quick, but that's, like I say, we're going to have to really increase our green circuit production. You know, this whole base was really kind of our starter base. You know, it has served us well, but we're going to start very soon branching out to individual construction outposts for various things. There. Let that cook a few of them. So yeah, so we're gonna start. I mean, we've got a ton of room here, right? But we've played out most of our resources here. What my thought process is to make this whole lower portion here accessible to rail. And you know, we'll keep this because it is serving its purpose. But down here, I think we're gonna start putting in rail stations and delivering things, because we're gonna start going to rails very soon. We've already kind of stretched the limits of our belts as much as I want to. We'll probably go up and pick up this uranium patch, and then some of these ore patches right around here. But I think, for the most part, this is as far as we want to stretch our belts and our walls. We really don't want to. I mean, I want to square this off, and if I'm going to square this off, I might as well grab that one, right? Just to have square walls-ish. But after that, we're going to start putting in rails. And I'm probably going to loop my rails around here and then go wherever from there, and have these down here handle our rail service, these spaces down here. So there we go. That's kind of the future plans down the road, what we'd like to do, or what I'd like to do. Oh yeah, we're definitely stressing our iron production now. Because of all of the added green and red circuits and whatnot. But I haven't restarted my science. I'm kind of giving it a little bit of a rest. I want it to go ahead and fill in. Oh yeah, this is clearing out nicely. We're almost done here. We only got a couple of hundred down here, and some up here. How's our power doing? Our power's fine. We'll go back and turn our power plants off shortly. Let's let these guys do their job, and we should start seeing blue circuits coming out of here very soon. In the meantime, let's go ahead and run this up. Now, again, I don't think we need to run a full line of, what's it say? It's okay. So we need copper cable to go up there. We need processing units to go up there and speed modules to go up there, and batteries. So I don't think we need to run an individual line for each of these. I think we're just going to run a single line, double belted, and go from there. I think is all we're really going to do. So yeah, so let's run this up. Oh, of course. always do that, man. It never, without fail, I seem to be able to hit power poles like nobody's business. All right, so there's that going up there. So let's go down here and start dumping them on this line. So, right, not far enough. All right, so that's filling one half. Oops. There's filling the other half. All right, there we go. So let's bring this on down and over, and then go figure out where we're going to get our batteries coming in at, and where we're going to get our copper cable coming in at. Because that's all we need. Everything else, well, not everything else, but that's the other two items, I think, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so batteries and copper cables. And thankfully, we are making them over in this area. We're just shipping them cross country to the other end of the, whatchamacallit. So, oops, where are you going, Mullen? There we go. Right turn, Clyde. Left turn, Clyde. Missed it by 1. Of course we did. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. There. So there's that input, right? And I ended up picking up a few blues. I got the blues. Alright, so there's the blues. There's the speed modules. Why is that not going all the way? Oh, that's special. This is where you find those things out, when you see these gaps. That's where the gaps come from. Okay, so now we need to come up with batteries, and we need to come up with copper cable. So let's go down here and see where we're making them. And batteries we're making down here, right here. And we're making them in 2 places. But this one is supplying accumulators only. This one is supplying everything else down the line. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pick off of this one in order to supply up there, because I think I have enough batteries in storage and I have enough accumulators in storage, and I'm just going to change this out to a belt and pick up those batteries, and we'll put them in storage someplace else. And then we can run this up here out of the way of everything else, and we can figure out how to weave it up here in a minute, because we'll do it as a double belt just like we did the other one. So now we just need to bring over some copper cable from somewhere. Now that's going to be our problem, is because copper cable is not really made, it's made over here. I could run a line, I suppose. I suppose I could run a line across here and pick up the other side of the batteries. Where are they at? Batteries are up here. I suppose I could run a line across here and pick up the other side of this battery belt and do that. And you know what? this coal is just about done. So we could actually take advantage of that fact and use that coal line to give us the other side of our battery belt, or the other side of our belt. See how far along we are on this coal. If we're almost done, we can wait a few seconds or a few minutes. We can run everything else, get it all set up, and we can let this play out. Well, this side is done. This was the side I mainly wanted to get cleared. Was this side of this opening. How are we looking up here? This may be a little while longer because you got 4K for. Let's see. All right, let's think about this. If we leave that run, come on, my pretties. Man, I really would like to use that belt over here. Well, shiza. I suppose I could bring another one over. I could bring another line over. Alright, I'll just, we'll do this. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to bring that line in and flip it around here to fill the other side of that. Alright, so let's see where we're going to squeeze this puppy through at. Well, for one thing, we're going to do this. We're going to do it from the right side, though. Right? So that should be, yep, that's connected to there. So then we can steal off of this. Loop it up. Back around to here. No sense in using undergrounds where we don't have to. We're going to use enough of them as it is to get over here. Oop. There we go. Now it reaches. Right. There we go. And then down one, over one. Almost. Yeah. Right? Yeah, there we go. And then Woohoo! There we go. All right. So now we can take that up there, right? And then we'll be in the urinalysis business. So let's see. Can we? Yeah, we're gonna have to do some weaving. Maybe we don't have to do as much weaving as we thought. We'll have to do some weaving, but maybe not as much weaving as we thought we were gonna have to do. If we do that there, how far up can we go with this sucker? And we gotta, ultimately we're headed here, right? Yeah. So all right. I'm doing it this way so that I have it all run before I load the belt, because I don't want to have to worry about taking stuff back off the belt and then having it stuck in my inventory. So I figure rather than doing that, why not make sure it's going to go where it's got to go first. And down there, squeeze through there, right, and then all right, guys, I think we got her. Let's just jump on the line and follow her up. Make sure she gets where she's going to go. Ain't that pretty? So right on up there. And right on into there. And now we might even see a yellow pop out. Let's see. Not yet. What's it waiting on? It's waiting on blues. We're waiting on blues. So we're going to have to go back and look and make sure how we're doing over there. I know it's going to put a lot of stress on the... Oh, there we go. We got pee in a bottle. Off to the lab for urinalysis testing. There it goes. Now what's weird is... Oh, because these pick up one off of the end. Yeah, that's right, and it wastes that. I could loop that in. I can't loop it in over there, but I was wondering, all of a sudden it was 2 and then it was 1. And that's because it's got to put in for the other side of this splitter first. So you end up wasting those first 2 on those. But I'm not gonna rearrange the factory just to put a little loopy in there. We're shooting at something, I guess. let's see, let's head down here and see what our resource that we, yeah, see, I knew we were going to need green in a big way. We have sucked up all of the green for pretty much all kinds of stuff. What do we got going down here? This is the green going in for the red to fill up where the red was, and we need the green there. So we're definitely going to have to create another green chip factory. That's okay. I mean, that's the kind of problems I like having, because that means we're using the stuff and we're getting rid of it. Alright guys, so there we go. So now we have our yellow science completely set up. That is all of our sciences. Now we just have to go back and make sure that they are supplied with the proper amount of materials that they need to do their job. And this is another one that's going to be clearing out this space here. Now this space, I will probably put more accumulators in here. So there's that. But this, I want to clear this out. This is going to be our inserter factory, our inserter assemblies. We're going to make all of our inserters right in this area. So off camera, I'm going to scratch my head and figure out where I can put in a couple of more probably green factories or green assembly, whatever you want to call it, and go from there. But we have all our science going now, folks, with the exception of rocket science, which we're ways off from. So that makes me very happy. Now, what we're going to do for the next video, I think, is we are going to take advantage of the fact that we've got all of that going, and we're going to start branching out. We're going to start looking for places to go. We're going to start clearing out some biters, and we're going to start making rails. So the first thing we're going to do next video is we're going to set up our rail production, because we are going to use a metric crap ton of rails at some point. We also want to set up production for substations and production for solar panels, which again we're going to need green for, green circuits. So those are our next three goals: is track, substations, and solar panels. Because when I start laying out my track, I'm going to put solar panels with it. I'm going to put substations with it. I'm going to put accumulators with it. We're already making the accumulators. So the time has come to start playing railroad. So, all right, folks. Excuse me. So hopefully you got something out of that. Oh man, sorry about that. We're on track. We got things going. Yeah, there you go. So, give us a like, give us a subscribe, pass it around to your friends and show them, if they are so interested. And I will talk to you later. All right, bye.